Welcome and thanks for joining us on today's Around the World Armchair Adventures, where we bring to you a series of travel information sessions. Sit back and enjoy for the next 30 minutes or so discovering the world of Wendy Wu tours. Hi, I'm Angelina from Wendy Wu Tours, and we are inspiring you to travel to Asia and beyond, and have been doing this for over 25 years. We are known as Australia's leading touring experts to Asia, and we specialise in escorted group tours, private tours, tailor-made holidays, and also short stays and stopovers. At Wendy Wu Tours, we are all avid adventurers, and we're constantly seeking the best ways for you to experience Asia. So sit back and enjoy as we cover all countries in Southeast Asia in today's Armchair Adventures. Here we see Wendy Wu, our owner and founder of Wendy Wu Tours. Wendy Wu was born in Tibet in China. She later moved with her parents, who were doctors, to Shanghai. After finishing her university degree, she embarked on a trip to Australia, where by chance, looking for a travel companion to travel with her back to China, her homeland, she put an ad in the local newspaper. She was bombarded by the response, and this led to the idea and the creation of Wendy Wu Tours. And since then, she has never looked back, 26 years later, from these humble beginnings to a global company with offices in Australia, UK, China, and New Zealand. Wendy's philosophy has always been to provide popular and comfortable tour packages with exceptional value throughout Asia and beyond, offering the best value range of inclusions. And on a Wendy Wu tour, you will be astounded by the most impressive sights and natural wonders, and experience the cultural traditions led by our expert guides. Now, our guides will provide you with the opportunity to see firsthand how the local people live, from the big cities to the remote countrysides. It is our aspiration that every traveller to Asia and beyond comes home enthused and inspired, having had the chance to really get to know the countries that we are so passionate about. The Wendy Wu Tours difference. Why travel with Wu? We offer unrivaled expertise as Australia's leading Asia specialist. Our staff have travelled extensively throughout the regions and can offer you expert advice. We provide exceptional value. More than the rest, we aim to include as much as possible on your escorted group tours with us, so you can sit back and enjoy and relax the experience and not have to worry about all the extras. Now, with our exclusive range of group tours, you can enjoy inclusions as in international flights, your accommodation, all or most meals, touring, transportation, and expert guides are included. Plus, we will take care of your visas as well for Australian passport holders. That's included in our escorted group tour range. And we can offer you a comprehensive range of tours. So we have over 100 tour itineraries to choose from, ranging from classic tours right through to exclusive deluxe tours. And we can also offer you tailor-made bespoke itineraries. So if you're more of an independent traveller, don't worry, we can still look after you as well. And extraordinary experiences are very important to us. So we've been blazing trails throughout Asia for over 25 years, building our local expertise and finding the less visited places that offer you the authentic cultural experiences that will make your holiday truly memorable. And that's where our highly experienced guides are exceptional and at the heart of Wendy Wu Tours. Through their local expertise, their dedication and passion, our guides, known as your national escorts, will make sure you don't miss a thing. They have a minimum of 5 years experience. They are born and raised locally in the region and are fluent in English. They are at your service 24 hours a day and will take your holiday from an ordinary experience right through to an extraordinary experience. Now, local flavours are also offered on our tours, so we give you a genuine taste of the region. Where you visit, you'll get to experience the local specialities and delicacies at meal times. And if you do have selected dietary requirements, we can cater for these upon request. If you do have a private group or a specialised bespoke group option that you would like for us to look at, our specialised groups team and tailor-made specialists can help you find a bespoke group private tour exclusively for you. Now, you can rest safe and secure as fully accredited ATAS agents of Australia, and also As experts in Asia, we have a network of local ground partners in each country, each destination you travel with us. So from the time you leave Australia, throughout your tour journey, right back to the time you arrive in Australia, you can have peace of mind knowing that we'll look after you from start to finish and offer you a hassle-free, amazing holiday throughout Asia and South and Central America with Wendy Wu Tours. Choosing a tour that's right for you. We make it pretty easy at Wendy Wu Tours. Our escorted group tour range have great value tour inclusions. So with all of our escorted group tours, international return economy flights are included with our leading airline partners as in Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Qantas Airlines to name a few. All accommodation is included, quality range of accommodation ranging from anywhere from 3-star right up to 5-star properties. All or most meals are also included. Sightseeing with expert guides and transportation, as well as visa fees are included in our tour package prices. So if you're looking for the classic tour, the classic sites, these are our most popular range of tours and our most extensive range of tours, starting from anywhere 9-day itineraries right through to 28-day itineraries. These are fully inclusive, so all meals, comprehensive sightseeing, and small groups under 28 guests on these tours. If you're looking to get off the beaten track, our Go Beyond tours are for you with more immersive itineraries and destinations and smaller groups under 24 guests. And with these, we also have a range of active tours where you can have the experience of bike riding, trekking, or hiking activities. And if you're more of a flexible traveler that still would like to travel with a group but have more free time with optional tour activities, then our flexible tour range is for you. Now, for the solo travelers, we have 6 dedicated tours throughout Asia that you can enjoy traveling with like-minded solo travelers, have your own room, and no single supplement applies on these tours. For the deluxe traveler, our exclusive range of tours, our exclusive collection are our only tours that offer 5-star hotels and deluxe amenities on these tours. Now, to find out more information on our tours and choosing the tour that's right for you and the itinerary that's right for you, you can find these more in our brochure and also online. Here you can see our Asia destination collection. So this is our current range of brochures with tour departures up to 2021. Now this is simply our best collection yet, where you can explore the best tours in each country that will inspire your next holiday adventures with us. With over 100 tour itineraries to choose from, you'll be spoilt for choice. To download an e-copy, jump onto our website at wendywutours.com.au or contact your preferred travel agent for a copy. Today we'll be exploring Vietnam and Southeast Asia as our Armchair adventure destination. Exploring Vietnam and Southeast Asia, you can find more in our Vietnam brochure with 32 tours to choose from. We have a range of tours right throughout, from Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, through to Thailand and Myanmar, to name a few. Now, this is a dream destination for many travelers. Now, these tours, and particularly these countries, offer captivating scenery, lots of tranquil temples, sensational food, and it's really easy to see why through discovering more of these regions. It's becoming quite a popular tourist area. Now, we also uncover, lots of beautiful landscapes. You get to have amazing experiences as well, and also learn and explore the diverse and fascinating history throughout each region. To give you an overview of Southeast Asia, you can see here by the map that it's quite extensive, and we do extend out into Malaysia, Borneo and Indonesia as well in our tour itineraries. Now, Southeast Asia is also known as Indochina. It covers approximately 4.5 million square kilometres in total and has a population of over 655 million with 5 different time zones. Weather-wise, it's pretty similar. You can guarantee all year round travel. The wettest and hottest season is July and August. So if you don't like hot, steamy, humid weather, then particularly avoid that time of year. And busiest time and the best weather time is typically anywhere from October to March, as I said. Now, with flights to Indochina, particularly Vietnam being the most visited, it's only three hours behind Australia time, so it's easy and convenient to travel to. If we fly direct with Vietnam Airlines, it's approximately 9.5 hours into Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi. or you can travel with Singapore Airlines, which we mostly use throughout these regions as well via Singapore. Now, all these countries require a visa for Australian passport holders, so we organise that with you with our visa service, which is handy. And of course, we'll cover more in depth about these destinations coming up. These are amongst the highlight destinations throughout Southeast Asia. So of course, Vietnam being the most popular tourist area to visit. We also see the orangutans in Borneo, explore the temples in Myanmar, see the traditional sites in Thailand, and explore the spirituality of Laos, and of course see the beautiful temples and home of Angkor Wat in Cambodia. We've got our tour into Indonesia I'll talk to you later about, including the Komodo National Park. Our new tour to the Philippines is coming up, and our new cruise itineraries, cruising on the beautiful Mekong on our brand new cruise ship, the Victoria Mekong. So these amongst the highlights of traveling throughout Southeast Asia. We have a tour to every part, and if we don't, we can arrange it for you. Also popular in Southeast Asia is the waterways of Asia, and particularly cruising the waterways. So we offer a variety of cruises and cruise options that travel through the popular rivers, as in the Mekong River, the Irrawaddy, but also the bays, as in Halong Bay, which is very popular in Vietnam. So selected tour itineraries do feature itineraries that include Asia river cruising sector, and we enjoy cruising throughout Southeast Asia on a variety of different cruise vessels, which you can get to experience on selected tours and also private independent itineraries as well. New and exclusive to our Asia river cruising range is our brand new cruise vessel, our very own Victoria Mekong. And she set sail this year cruising along the Mekong, offering 3-night and 4-night cruising itineraries between Vietnam's Mekong River and Cambodia's capital Phnom Penh. She's 4-star, offering superior service, and there's no better way for you to experience the beauty of the Mekong. Now, we have 4 dedicated, fully inclusive escorted group tours that include a 3- or 4-night cruise sector on the Victoria Mekong. We will explore more in depth the ship's amenities and also tours in depth on our Armchair adventures featuring Victoria Mekong in the upcoming episodes very soon. So stay tuned for more. Now, to explore more of our popular tours throughout Southeast Asia, Vietnam being our most popular visited country in the region, if you're looking for just a short tour, 12-day, fully inclusive tour, Vietnam at a glance is for you. This will give you the must-see sites and introduction into Saigon. We travel into Hoi An and also Hue, the former capital, up to the north capital of Hanoi and out for 1 night in Halong Bay. So if you're looking for just an introduction to see the highlights, this tour will be for you. Now, if you're looking for more of an extensive tour, our Vietnam Panorama Tour is very popular. At 18 days, this really explores more of the coastline, traveling via coach from Saigon up through to Hoi An, where we normally would fly from Saigon to Hoi An. This tour takes in the must-see coastal scenic sites along the way, traveling up to Hoi An. So it really is very popular, and this will take you through to Dalat, the beautiful coastal town of Nha Trang, and also Quinnon, and then finishing up in Halong Bay as well for 1 night. So this truly is a very nice coastal scenic tour. And if you're looking to do the big tour of them all, then our 27-day tour, Grand Tour of Indochina, will take in the 3 countries, north to south of Vietnam, Laos, and also Cambodia. You'll also get to see Sapa, so you'll go up and see the beautiful rice terraces through here, get to experience the overnight train, and that's one of the highlights on this tour as well. So it is very comprehensive, and at 27 days, a fully inclusive tour is again great value for money with the inclusions in that tour. These tours and more can be found in our Vietnam brochure, and we'll explore our most popular tour next. This tour is our most popular tour to Southeast Asia, and it takes in the most breathtaking sights from the temples of Angkor right through to the Mekong Delta, and also right through to the north, traveling to Halong Bay. Our Anchor to the Bay tour is literally north to south Vietnam, right through to Cambodia. In 18 days, you'll get to experience the most popular sites throughout, and you'll get to experience the best that Vietnam and Cambodia have to offer. So today, we're taking you on a look through the most popular sites of this tour, and next we'll go and explore the Tonle Sap and Cambodia. On our Anchor to the Bay tour, we start in Cambodia. So we fly from Australia into Siem Reap, and we visit the former capital of the Khmer Empire of the 12th century. So today, Siem Reap is very popular now. It's a hugely popular tourist spot with many hotels, resorts, spas, gastropubs, lots of restaurants and amazing food. And also, you know, the most notable tourist site is Angkor Archaeological Park, which is by no means to be missed. It is amazing. With over 1,000 temples throughout the Angkor complex, you'll get to see the most famous and the most distinctive, which is here in this picture, Angkor Wat, which is distinct in its size. It spans over 162 hectares. This is the largest religious monument in the world, being a temple. This is a Buddhist temple, and it is absolutely breathtaking up close. You can get to see these beautiful lotus-style temples and explore this at your leisure. And then we also discover in Siem Reap Angkor Thom, where we pass through the south gates, which are literally flanked side by side with the gods and the demon statues either side of the road. You can get to walk past through here and get some great photos. And also the Bayon Temple is very memorable. It has over 200 gigantic faces carved into the temple towers. So here you'll get to explore the stunning Angkor Wat complex, and this is home and most notable in the town of Siem Reap. One of the most memorable sites to see through the Angkor Archaeological Park, with over 1,000 temples, this one is the most familiar. Ta Prohm was featured in the famous Tomb Raider movies, and this temple is one of the originals, built in 1189. And unlike most of the temples in the complex, Ta Prohm keeps its features as its original construction, which is now overgrown by the jungle, and you'll see these amazing gigantic fig trees, the banyan trees that literally have the gigantic roots covering and overtaking the temples that you wander through, which is truly a highlight to see it in its natural original state. And this is one of the many memorable temples with its own individual story as you travel through Siem Reap. Another highlight on our Angkor to the Bay tour is the Tonle Sap Lake. Now this is about a 3-hour drive out of Siem Reap, and you'll get to enjoy seeing the small floating villages. Now this one we visited Kampong Kleng. This photo is from December, and we travel here in the high season, during the high water season, from August to February. You'll see the stilt houses are built so they're at a height for the high water season, and particularly when it's most highest in the month of August, and they're there to withstand, obviously, the water at its peak. Now, we see the local village here, which is most known for its fishing and its agricultural industry as well. And we get to see locals as they travel along the waterways to just conduct their daily activities. There's a floating school where the kids will go to the school as well. And we travel along this river on a boat. Now, this is a freshwater river that literally feeds into the Mekong and is 120 kilometers long. So it's quite a highlight when you actually get out to the mouth of the river and you are just faced with wall-to-wall water, and you literally cannot see land over to the other side. It's amazing in its expanse and is one of the highlights on this tour and when we're traveling through Siem Reap. Highlight traveling on this tour and many of other tours, we like to feature cultural shows. So the traditional cultural shows. Tonight we have in Siem Reap our dinner show, which features the traditional Apsara performance, and you'll get to enjoy your dinner throughout this evening's performance. So traditionally Apsara means beautiful girls, and they are said to be supernatural female beings that represent the female spirit of the clouds and water. Now today in modern time, this performance is danced by both men and women. So you'll get to enjoy not only delicious cuisine, local flavors, and a mix of Western fusion for your dinner, but you'll also get to enjoy this traditional local cultural show whilst on tour in Siem Reap. We fly to Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. This is a city with airy boulevards, colonial villas, and is highlighted by our visit to the Royal Palace and Silver Pagoda, set amongst beautiful gardens. And this is a true example of Khmer architecture of the day. Now, visiting the Silver Pagoda, which is named after its shining silver floor, laid with 5 tons of silver tiles, you'll also get to see the opulent gold and jeweled Buddha's statues on display. Now, Phnom Penh is known for its turbulent history as well. So here we visit the Genocide Museum, which is a part of the tragic and turbulent history of the Khmer Rouge regime. Now, travelling from Phnom Penh, we then fly up to Saigon for the next part of our tour. So Saigon is officially known as Ho Chi Minh City and has been since 1976. It is a city of contrasts and offers from the classiest restaurants to the flavours of the street stalls through to trendy cafes and craft breweries and classy boutiques through to bartering at the street markets. It's all the fun and vibrance that this city has to offer. Now in the city centre we see the French colonial buildings of the Notre Dame Cathedral right next door to the central post office, which reflects that French influence in the history of the country. And we also visit the Reunification Palace, the Independence Palace. Here you will see the former South Vietnam's president's home and workplace, which has literally been preserved in time since 1975. And it's now a popular landmark in Saigon, and it's also host to many important official functions, and as well as it's open to tourists to view. And it's actually a great highlight to go through and to visit each room and just relive what life would have been like in Vietnam in 1975. Now also travelling through Saigon, you'll see the City Hall, which is featured here in the photo. Also known as the Hotel de Ville de Saigon, was built in the 1900s in its French colonial style and is a highlight when you're travelling through Saigon. So with lots to see and do, amazing flavours and foods to enjoy throughout Saigon. Saigon is also the gateway to the Cu Chi tunnels, which we visit next, and also the Mekong Delta. So as we travel out of Saigon, out of the city, and approximately an hour and a half drive to the town of Cu Chi, this rural regional town is most known for its elaborate network of underground excavations used by the Viet Cong Army during the Vietnam War. Now, Cu Chi being a small town, underneath this town lies about 75 miles worth of tunnels that have since been preserved by the government. These tunnels were dug out during the war period by the Viet Cong Army and were instrumental during that war effort, used as hospitals, living quarters, and also food and cooking and storage areas, as well as being a main communication and supply route underground. Now you can actually get to see these up close, learn more about the turbulent and tragic war history times that this country faced, but also appreciate how the country has since prospered and become a peaceful nation. Now, if you'd like to experience crawling through part of the tunnel, the actual original tunnels are protected, so we can't go in any of those. However, they have opened up a section and made it tourist friendly here with well lit up and safe, that you can crawl through the bigger underground section and get to experience it yourself on our day trip out to the Cu Chi tunnels. Day Today we drive out of Saigon on another trip as we explore the local area of Binh Tre, which is a small village on the Mekong Delta. And this area is known as the rice basket of Vietnam. So this is where all the local produce is. So the rice fields, the fishing farms, and also the fresh fruit and veggies grow aplenty in this area. So this regional area, we travel down from a small part of the Mekong tributary. So this is part of the Mekong Delta in these small traditional sampan boats, which are an excellent way to get around these small waterways. And we travel to a small village where we taste the local coconut caramel sweets, which are delicious. And we also stop here for lunch, and we go out further along the Mekong where you can enjoy the local special dish, which is the fish rice paper rolls, which is another highlight of the regional flavors of Vietnam. So next up, we fly to Da Nang, and from Da Nang we travel and we drive to Hoi An. So as you drive past the beautiful beaches in Da Nang, you'll pass the Marble Mountains en route to the small town of Hoi An, which is very popular and a favorite among visitors in Vietnam. Now this is a great halfway stop on our tour. You can get to relax. This is a beautiful, quaint, small town that is, as I said, a mixture of a small, charming old town with its distinct yellow French-style villas. It's also got a long history with a mixture of French, Chinese and Japanese cultures. It was a former trading port, so it gets its many influences from that as well. It's also a UNESCO Heritage listed town, which is a highlight to travel through here. But you'll also get to explore the local sites. Our guides will take you to the Japanese Friendship Bridge. You'll learn how the Japanese had more influence in this area, the Chinese temple, of course, the old town and the village, and you'll also get to enjoy the delicious flavors. Now, Hoi An is best known for its restaurants, its cosmopolitan cafes, its night markets, its day markets. It is literally an amazing town with so much to see and do, and you get a little bit more free time here to relax, wander around and enjoy, perhaps take in a massage or go shopping and get something tailor-made from one of the many 3,000 odd tailors that you can find in the shops in this area. So Hoi An, one of our favorite stops on this tour and many of our other tours, highly recommend it. And we also get to experience cooking class as well whilst you're here. Also in Hoi An, you can get to experience making a local dish yourself. So as I said, Hoi An is known for its amazing food, its restaurants, its cafes. We take you to a cooking class here. So you can explore and learn about the local culinary techniques. We take you and for the cooking class, you'll then learn about the local ingredients, food preparation, and different ways of Hoi An style of cooking, which includes many favorites like spring rolls, grilled fish and banana leaves, and also beef salad. And you'll also get to see one of the most famous local dishes, which is known as pho. So pho is a Vietnamese soup consisting of broth, rice noodles, herbs, and meat, which is usually beef or chicken. Now pho is a popular street food in Vietnam and is served in many restaurants throughout. So you get to try your hand at learning about more of the local flavors and cuisine whilst you're cooking your way on this Hoi An part of the tour, which is a real experience and one that you can actually take home with you and recreate those flavors in your own kitchen and then remember that experience when you are traveling throughout this beautiful part of the country. Now, after our relaxing time in Hoi An, we board our coach and we travel on the most scenic coastal drive for 3 odd hours. This is a stunning drive where we travel past the beaches in Da Nang and we climb up the mountain pass of Hoi An. Now this is one of the most scenic ocean coast road pretty much in Southeast Asia, and one of the best ocean roads to view the amazing expanse from the top, where we stop for our break as we we climb up the mountain and then we go down the other side into Hoi, which is located on the banks of the Perfume River. And this is a former capital in 1945, home to the Nguyen dynasty, and it's well known for its historical sites. And here we explore the UNESCO World Heritage listed royal tombs of Emperors Ming and Ding, and we also visit the 19th century imperial citadel surrounded by a moat which houses inside the palaces, the shrines, and this is the former emperor's home and is also known locally as the Forbidden Purple City. Hue is also home to many restaurants and is also popular for its local cuisine as well. From Hue, we fly to Hanoi. Hanoi is one of Asia's most atmospheric, energetic, and exciting capital cities. With a history stretching back over 1,000 years, Vietnam's capital, you will find tree-lined boulevards, lakes, parks, colonial buildings, elegant squares, and you'll also see some of the newest office blocks and newer hotels in Southeast Asia. Now in Hanoi, we get to jump on board these city cyclos. So the cyclo, we go for a city tour around the old quarter. So two of you jump on board while pedal powered around the old quarter. We also stop at a local cafe where you can get to taste some of the traditional Vietnamese coffee. Now, Vietnamese coffee is actually the second largest export out of the country, apart from rice, of course, being the first. And the Robusta coffee, which is grown regionally in Vietnam, is twice as strong as a regular coffee. So after this coffee, I'm sure you'll be enjoying a busy, energetic afternoon, and you might even be a little bit quicker when you're trying to navigate your way crossing the busy streets of Hanoi, which is an experience in itself when you're in this city. So from Hanoi, we drive 2 hours out to see Halong Bay. We board our traditional sailing vessel, a traditional junk boat as they're known, and you get to sail amongst the magnificent limestone karst peaks of the tranquil green waters of Halong Bay. Now here you get to see the stunning sunset as well as enjoy delicious dining on seafood for dinner, and the next morning you could wake up to the beautiful sunrise that greets you from Halong Bay before we head back in the afternoon to Hanoi for the last few days of our tour. This is truly a must-see experience when you go to Vietnam, is to see Halong Bay. So here we end our tour back in the capital of Hanoi. After we've had a relaxing stay overnight in Halong Bay, we finish with our city sightseeing tour as we visit the local sites of Ho Chi Minh's Presidential Palace, the Presidential Palace Quarter, including the humble Stilt House, and also the One Pillar Pagoda, which is pictured here, and the Temple of Literature, also in the area here. So as we enjoy our city sightseeing tour, in the evening we get to enjoy a local cultural show, which is another highlight on this tour. So as we finish off our Angkor to the Bay 18-day tour, after relaxing in Halong Bay, we're now back in Hanoi, where you can enjoy one of the highlights of the final day of this tour. And we experience the Quintessence of Tonkin show, which is a beautiful open-air performance on a lake with a stunning light and visual effects display. Now, the show represents Vietnam's grandest cultural spectacle, and it also demonstrates the cultural story of northern Vietnam. It's a tale that balances legend with history and tradition with progress, and also peace with turbulence. So it's a lovely way to finish this tour, and you've seen now the best of South and North Vietnam as well as Cambodia. And there's lots more to see with lots more itineraries that you can choose from when traveling through Southeast Asia, and let's explore more next. Experience more and explore more of Southeast Asia. That's where we want to take you off the beaten track. We want you to experience lesser known destinations and offer you unique, undiscovered destinations and immersive itineraries, cultural experiences. So let's explore more on a selected few itineraries that I'd like to feature in this Southeast Asia armchair adventure. Myanmar is also a highlight traveling through Southeast Asia, and our Hidden Treasures of Myanmar 17-day fully inclusive tour will give you a more in-depth journey throughout this country. This tour takes you along route through Yangon, the stunning temples of Bagan, through to the city of Mandalay. Here you can also enjoy the beautiful Inla Lake and cruise along the Irrawaddy before exploring more of the ancient temples and pagodas and the local customs and culture that is a highlight on our tours throughout Myanmar. Laos is also a beautiful destination to explore more. Laos has remained the most pristine and culturally intact country in Indochina. You can experience its old-fashioned charm of its cities, explore untouched landscapes, and you can meet the friendly local people who have faced adversity yet still maintain a smile. On our highlights of Laos tour, you can tick off the must-see sites, including Luang Prabang, the Plain of Jars, and also visited less explored villages and to meet the friendly local communities. The island of Borneo offers uncharted jungles and tribal culture. It is a destination that exudes adventure. Here in Borneo, on our Best of Borneo tour, you can discover the headhunter heritage, see a wealth of wildlife, and delve deep into nature, and also meet the beautiful orangutans. This tour takes in the best of the natural scenery, the waterways, the rich ecosystems, and also the traditional tribal community history, as well as also the war history of the region. So this is our Best of Borneo tour, and one I'd recommend if you're looking to get off the beaten track. One of our new tours that we launched last year was Incredible Indonesia, which is a 17-day Go Beyond tour and features all the natural scenery and the uniqueness of the islands that are probably less explored. Most Australians travel to Indonesia, rarely go past Bali. And this tour, we wanted to introduce how incredible the natural wonders of the islands of Java and Flores really are. Plus taking in the natural wildlife as well in Komodo National Park. On Komodo Island, we literally will walk and get close up to the gigantic Komodo dragons. We'll also explore the island, get to swim and snorkel in the gorgeous pink beach here. We'll also visit other islands as well as Kilo and Rinka Islands as well, and see lots of the natural wildlife, the beautiful beaches throughout this region, as well as the Javanese culture, which is really quite unique in the culture and diversity of this fascinating area. So this tour is another one in our Go Beyond range. If you're looking for something different, we highly recommend Incredible Indonesia. Introducing our new tour to a hidden gem of Southeast Asia, being the Philippines. So our new Philippines Discovery 14-day Go Beyond tour is a little bit more active, moderate paced at level 3. We, on this 14-day adventure, will uncover the stunning scenery of the rice terraces in Luzon, right through to the magnificent chocolate hills of Bohol. And as you travel throughout the stunning islands that make up the Philippines, you'll see the powder white beaches throughout. You'll get to explore the intriguing history and the remarkable culture on this tour, and we'll take you right to the heart of this magnificent destination with its people as well. Now this tour is brand new, so you can find more information on this tour on our website. We also offer independent short stay beach days as well to the area. So if you'd like to learn more about this tour, I will be featuring in-depth in our Armchair adventures for new tours coming up very soon to new destinations with Wendy Wu. Thank you for attending today's Around the World Armchair Adventures. From Wendy and all the team, we hope that this has inspired you. And whilst we may not be able to travel today, next week, or even next month, when the time is right, we will be here. In the meantime, please join us again next week for the next Armchair Adventures, where we hope you enjoy the incredible places that are waiting to be discovered and explored with Wendy Wu Tours. Have a great day and see you next time.